Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my brother Michael. I'd like to share with you a few things. I want to talk to you about Michael and who he is and his story, and I also want to share with you guys the day he died and what that was like for me personally. I won't be talking about anyone else's perspectives except for mine, in respect for my family, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. I miss him a lot lately, especially with everything that's been going on in my life. My sister got married recently and it was really sweet and it was really fun, but it was really sad to not have my brother there, so he's been on my mind a lot lately. So this was what I read at his funeral. I wrote this with the help of my aunt for his funeral, so it's kind of from my perspective. I'm not going to read you the whole thing today, but I just wanted to read a few paragraphs because it explains who he is really well. When Michael died, he was 19 years old and he was diagnosed with autism at 15, so he lived a really long time without having a diagnosis of that, so we were unaware of his autism. You couldn't tell that he had autism. He could look you in the eye, he could talk with you, he was very kind, and he didn't look like he had autism. Because Michael had struggles that none of us understood, many people didn't know that Michael was just a little boy on the inside. Michael's dad would always tell him he was a better man than him, and often says, where did he get those attributes of selflessness and love? I have struggled to know how to sum up the life of my brother in one moment or even a lifetime of moments and words. But if I had to explain Michael in one word, it would be love. He loved with all his heart. He never withheld love if someone needed it. He loved his family and has been the glue in our lives in many ways. Michael needed a lot of help in his life, but the help that he gave to us and the way he has taught us to love was more than we could ever have given him in return. Michael didn't have a lot of successes, but he would fail at something and then he would make a list of what to do to keep trying to do it again. A little insert here. Michael made lists about everything, and we still have a huge stack of lists that he made. He'd make lists about hunting and fishing, survival kits, his Christmas lists. My mom says that he would make them over and over in the month of December. She said she'd have about 10 in the whole month, that he'd just change and keep changing the lists because he just liked to make them. It was really cute. Anyways, I'll keep going. He had tremendous courage, perseverance, and hope. His mom said that he never gave up, not once, not ever. Michael would learn all that he could on his own. He was self-taught in anything that interested him, from hunting, fishing, politics, sports, woodworking, history, and even canning. Him and my dad used to can all the vegetables from our garden that we had back in my old house. He listened to any advice that was given to him. He considered everyone to be his mentor, even though he would learn so much that he would become an expert in anything he put his mind to. He memorized the Bill of Rights just because he wanted to be well versed in it. Michael tried, failed, tried again, and never gave up, and had overcome so much in his life. He is a hero to me for all that he faced and overcame every day. I probably should have done this earlier. But this is Michael. I'm not sure how old he is. I'm not sure how old he is in this picture, but isn't he handsome? I think so. And this picture is of me and him on his birthday when he was 18, I think. As you can see, he was a big kid. He was 6'1", I think, and his hand could palm my whole face. He was a big boy, but he's always been like that ever since he was little. So anyways, that's what he looks like. I'll keep reading this paragraph because this one describes him very well. Because Michael had struggles that none of us understood, Many people didn't know that Michael was just a little boy on the inside. He was always this gentle, innocent, and tender soul who would get up every day and keep trying to do his best despite so many setbacks and challenges. His Uncle Van said that on the outside you saw a large young man, basically a person who looked like an adult, who was all grown and just as mature as anyone. But on the inside he was a little boy. Michael had all the thoughts and feelings that a little boy has, with all of the tenderness and the vulnerable heart and the loving spirit and all of the trust in God and in others that children have. He wanted everyone else to win. He wanted everyone else to feel loved and special. He wanted everyone else to feel listened to and understood. Sorry. I don't even know why I did my makeup. He wanted everyone to have happiness and peace. All of the things that he struggled to have, he only wanted to give to others. Sorry. That's all I wanted to read you. I want to be like Michael, in that sense, that he wanted everyone else to win. He wanted everyone else to feel loved and special. He wanted everyone else to feel listened to and understood. He wanted everyone to have happiness and peace. And that's why I'm doing this channel. I want to be like Michael, and I want to give that to you guys. So yeah. So this necklace is his fingerprint. My family and I all got necklaces with his fingerprint on them. It's actually his real finger that touched this. The people at the mortuary, I think, did it for us. They were very, very sweet. So we all get a piece of him, which I think is really special. This was his 3DS, actually. The DS that I showed you guys earlier in one of my other videos, but this was his. He was a big gamer, big nerd. He was always playing Xbox or the Wii when we had a Wii when we were young. He loved Star Wars. He loved food. He loved cooking. He would always cook the most crazy things. We still have this goulash that we call as Michael's goulash. He used to make the best elk meat I've ever had. He was a big hunter. He was a big mountain man kind of guy. He loved camo, he loved guns, he loved fishing, hunting, camping, survival, everything. Like, he was just a big mountain man, and he even had like one of those cool raccoon hats that he'd wear. He was so big on gun safety and pro gun rights, and he was so American, and he was really, really sweet about it all too. He was just such a funny kid. His laugh was a big belly laugh, and half the time the joke wouldn't even be funny, but he would be the one laughing and you'd be laughing too because his laugh was so funny. He'd make jokes. He was a dork. He was such a dork. He made us laugh a lot. I'll never forget all the jokes and all the fun memories I have with him. All the mornings we'd wake up super early to play The Legend of Zelda and the computer games. I'll never forget all of that. He loved Michael Jordan. So we have this tradition that on his birthday and on the day that he died, we wear our Jordans. These are mine. They are kind of similar to a pair he had. He had these exact same shoes, but they were red. And I couldn't find any red ones, so I got green ones. But I like them. They're some of my favorite shoes. Pretty cool, huh? He was such a nerd about basketball. Me and Michael used to teach kids during the summertime basketball just for free with one of our neighbors, and it was really fun. They were all so nice to him, and they really looked up to him, and so did I. To give you a little background about the day he died, you have to know that he was taking medication and he wanted to come off of his medication, and my parents had helped him several times before in years previous to come off of this medication. Around the time that he died, he was trying to come off of it again. There's a way to come off of medication and you have to wean off of it, and we think that he didn't wean properly off of it. And when you do that, your body reacts in several ways. It's never really known how your body will react, but the reactions can be quite terrible, quite severe. So that's one of our guesses as to why he did what he did that day. We don't know why he did that day, because usually there's signs like, you know, cutting, acting like openly depressed, and, you know, like pushing people away, all of the signs of suicide or wanting to, or he wasn't going off the deep end in any way. He was just being normal and being Michael, his same usual kind loving self. And yes, he'd have his tough days, you know, with his autism and him trying to come off of his medication, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. So when he did pass away that day, it was very unexpected for all of us. We didn't think it would happen. It was a shock, a huge shock. It was completely unexpected. None of us had any idea or indication that he was feeling like that. To this day, we still don't know if it was just an accident. The day after he died, I wrote a journal entry. Sorry. I wrote down what happened. And I'm just gonna warn you guys right now, if you are suffering, or you want to, or it's triggering to you, please don't watch or don't listen. It is very traumatic, so if things upset you easily, just know that you've been warned, okay? I just feel like it's important to tell you guys why I'm doing this. I don't want anyone to go through this. I don't want anyone to feel alone anymore, so that's why I'm sharing this with you. So here you go. This is the story of the day he died. April 14th, 2018. Yesterday, Michael shot himself. April 13th, 2018. I was sitting on the couch watching TV because I had been sick all week. And so was Sarah. My sister's name is Sarah. Mom was in her room talking to Dad. And Sophia, my niece, was with my sister on the couch. Michael had been having a hard time because he was trying to come off of his medication and he was having a really tough day. I watched Michael go down the stairs. Sorry. I watched Michael go down the stairs. I noticed he paused on the steps for a second. I didn't think anything of it until now. I had a feeling to go downstairs and give him a hug, but I didn't. Anyways, I was sitting there and then all of a sudden I heard a huge bang. My first thought was, there's no way that was a door slam. My dad sprinted out of his room and down the stairs. I knew as soon as I saw my dad running that it was a gunshot. My dad kicked down his door and started to scream. I started to scream. My sister started to scream. He ran back up the stairs, wailing, "He's gone, he's gone." Sorry. It was like a dream. I didn't think he was really gone. Sarah ran outside with my niece screaming. I called 911. Mom and Dad were crying and screaming. Mom also called 911. It seemed like years before the police finally showed up. I sat on the stairs on the phone with dispatch. She asked me to go see if he was still breathing. I couldn't. Sorry. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, I had to get a tissue. Kind of calm down. My makeup's ruined, but that's okay. Okay. I saw his gun. A huge rifle. With his blood on the barrel. Sorry. It was up against the door of his room and the door was closed. The police came before I could go any further. Thank goodness. We all screamed and cried, and I held my mom and dad in my arms while they cried. I held my sister and my niece. I'll never forget it for as long as I live. So that's what happened. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced and probably will experience, I hope. I hope I never go through something like that ever again. I hope that didn't hurt any of you or scare any of you. I want everyone to know that my family and I are doing okay. I'm healing. It's taking time, but it's okay. We had to go back to that house where he died. We lived there for a long time after. It was just a rental. We were building another house, and that's the house I'm in now. It's the one that we built. It wasn't scary to go into his room though. It was really hard at first. Really hard. I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot. I hope that sharing my story helps you. I want to use this for good. I want to change people's lives. And I know Michael would want that too. And I believe that if Michael was talking to the people who are struggling right now with wanting to die, who are wanting to kill themselves, he would say, don't do that. There's so much to do here. There's so much you can do here. Live for people who care about you, people who love you. If you ever feel alone or lost, or like there's no hope, please, please reach out. Please. There's someone who cares about you, and there's someone who loves you and would just die if you left. Someone needs you in their life. Don't forget that. Don't give up just yet, okay? Michael has impacted my life, and he still continues to do so. What I believe in is I believe in God, and I believe that I'll see him someday in heaven. I can't imagine not seeing my brother again. If I thought I couldn't see my brother again, I don't think I could get out of bed in the morning. There's no way I would live my life like I'm living it right now. For that, I'm grateful that there's a God in heaven that loves me and that my brother's up there with him. Well, that's his story. That's only part of it. I mean, I think I'm gonna talk a lot more about Michael on this channel, obviously. If you guys have any questions, comments, please reach out. Please comment down below. Please message me. Anything. If you need help message me. Go to the suicide hotline. I can't tell you how many times I've helped people and told them to go talk to the suicide hotline, and they've been helped, and it's been great, and they're doing great now. And I hope this sparks something inside of you that it's okay to talk about the hard things, that hard things happen. You can always make it better. You have a choice to make it better. I could have gone down a really bad path. There have been times where I've felt so much darkness and so depressed. I felt like dying too. My dad helped me out of those dark times. God helped me out of those dark times. It's gonna be okay. Me and you are gonna be okay. I love all of you. I love all my subscribers, all 150. Thank you guys for supporting me so far, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you want. Up to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye.